Hello, everyone. In the last 48 hours, the Trump administration did something that most trade experts believed was completely off limits, something that violates every principle of international trade law and something that will reshape the relationship between the United States and Canada for generations. Let me break down exactly what Section 301 means, because the mainstream media in the U.S. is barely covering this story. And when they do, they are completely underselling just how catastrophic this decision is. Section 301 is a provision in U.S. trade law that allows the president to unilaterally investigate and retaliate against what he deems unfair trade practices by foreign countries without Congress, without international arbitration, without any checks or balances. Trump invoked Section 301 against Canada 48 hours ago, targeting Canadian digital services taxes, dairy policies, and environmental regulations that he claims discriminate against American businesses. The investigation alone gives him authority to impose tariffs of up to 60% on virtually any Canadian export, from lumber to aluminum, automobiles, and energy. But here's the part that should make your blood boil. The Trump administration didn't just announce this investigation, they coordinated it with executive orders that froze Canadian assets and U.S. bank accounts, suspended visa processing for Canadian business travelers, and threatened to revoke security clearances of American companies doing business with what they call non-compliant Canadian firms. This is economic warfare. There's no other way to describe it. Prime Minister Mark Carney, who everyone assumed would be a pushover, responded within 6 hours. Not a press conference, not a statement through a spokesperson. Carney went live on national television and said something no Canadian leader has said to an American president in over a century: Canada will not be bullied. Canada will not be threatened. And Canada will not allow a reckless American administration to destroy the livelihoods of Canadian workers for political theater. And he didn't stop there. Carney invoked the Critical Infrastructure Protection Act, a rarely used law that lets Canada immediately restrict any resource deemed critical to national security. What did he designate as critical? Canadian energy exports to the U.S., minerals essential for American tech and defense, water resources in the Great Lakes, and airspace American airlines rely on for transcontinental flights. In plain terms, Carney just put his hand on the off switch for a significant portion of the American economy and made it clear, if Trump follows through with Section 301 tariffs, Canada will turn that switch off. Canada supplies 4 million barrels of oil per day to the U.S., half of all American oil imports. The American Northeast, Midwest, and Pacific Northwest rely on this energy for homes, factories, and transportation. Previous Canadian governments treated this as untouchable, the third rail of Canadian politics. Carney just called that bluff. Canada has diversified its energy exports, built pipelines to the Pacific, signed long-term contracts with Asia, and developed domestic refining. His threat is real. Markets reacted instantly. Within 3 hours, oil futures jumped 12%, natural gas 18%. American utility companies issued warnings. Governors from Michigan to Montana were in a panic. Trump thought he had all the leverage because America has the bigger economy. But Carney reminded him, size doesn't matter when your opponent controls the resources you can't live without. Energy is just the first domino. Carney's next move targets critical minerals: lithium, cobalt, rare earths, and potash. These are essential for American tech, agriculture, and defense. Canada is reviewing export permits and exploring alternative supply chains with Europe and Asia. The Pentagon is alarmed. Trump may have jeopardized U.S. national security over dairy quotas. The third element? Canadian airspace. Flights between the U.S. and Europe-Asia go through Canada. Restricting access adds hours to flights, spikes fuel costs, and could make routes unviable. U.S. airlines face a potential $40 billion annual loss. Flights get more expensive, cargo delays, supply chains disrupted. On Wall Street, the Dow dropped 800 points. S&P 500 had its worst session in 6 months. Energy stocks plunged 22%. Airlines lost a third of their market value. U.S. banks lost hundreds of billions. Meanwhile, Canadian markets stabilized. The Canadian dollar strengthened. Energy stocks surged. The markets are betting on Canada, not Trump. Politically, Trump miscalculated. States like Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota, key to his re-election, depend heavily on Canada. Governors called his decision catastrophic. Business groups demanded he back down. Trump's own base is turning against him. The human cost? Heating costs in northern states could rise 40–60%. Gasoline by 1 gallon. Factories could halt. Layoffs spike. Construction and agriculture could collapse. All because of presidential ego. Meanwhile, Carney has been building international coalitions. In 72 hours, he spoke with leaders across Europe, Asia, Latin America, coordinating trade that bypasses the U.S.-Canada, signed provisional EU agreements, finalized mineral partnerships with Japan and South Korea, and is in talks with India, all to reduce dependence on the American market. Legally, Trump may be in trouble. Section 301 may violate the USMCA and WTO principles. Canada is already challenging him. Experts predict Canada will win. Trump may be forced to drop the tariffs, but the economic damage and trust lost are already done. If Trump doubles down, tariffs go through. Canada responds, prices spike, layoffs happen, and the U.S. economy suffers. Extreme measures could follow, freezing Canadian assets, pressuring American companies to cut ties. Carney's response is a moment of clarity for Canada. For decades, U.S. relations dominated Canadian policy. Carney showed that Canada can leverage its resources to defend its interests. Canada is diversifying, building alternative supply chains, and reducing dependence on an unpredictable U.S. For Americans, the lesson is stark. The government just attacked its closest ally, crashed markets, threatened jobs, and undermined strategic interests, all for ego. Trust is broken. The U.S.-Canada relationship will never be the same, and other countries are taking note. Empires don't fall to external enemies, they fall to self-inflicted wounds. Trump is destroying American power faster than any foreign adversary, all while claiming to make America great. Carney just showed the world Canada won't be pushed around. Now we wait to see if Trump learns that lesson before causing even more damage.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम दोस्तों, जो है कि आपको हमारी वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो जो है कि हमारी वीडियो को लाइक कर दें और हमारे चैनल को भी लाजमी से सब्सक्राइब कर दें। और दोस्तों जो है कि आपको ऐसे वीडियो चाहिए तो हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दें और जो है कि बेल के आइकन को प्रेस करके ऑल पे सिलेक्ट कर लें ताकि ऐसे मज़ीद वीडियोस आपके पास पहुंचते रहें। तो चलिए दोस्तों जो है कि मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में। तो आपने हमारे चैनल को लाजमी से सब्सक्राइब कर देना है और हमारी वीडियो को भी लाइक कर देना है। तो अल्लाह हाफिज़ दोस्तों, अगली वीडियो में मिलते हैं।